All right, welcome in everyone, and Happy New Year. My name is Coach Jeremy. Welcome into your first No Gear Get Up of 2023. I hope you had a wonderful and fantastic little vacay and holiday time. And the new year is always a good time for people to get in the swing of fitness. And I think this is a good place for you to start. So we're going to start with something pretty chill. And I want to think about rotation today and the way that our upper body and lower body can rotate. So let's just go ahead and start on the ground here in a quadruped, so a 4-point position. And you're going to go ahead, let me just push this forward to get a little bit more room. And you're going to go ahead and just start by going with what I call a thread the needle. So I'm going to take my left hand here and just reach underneath in between the knee and the hand. I'm going to go ahead and just press my hand down across, and I'm trying to reach as far as I can. And then I'll come back up. I'll reset. And let's go to the other side. Big reach. Rotate. Hammy's going to join us. Take a second. We're just going to go through a few reps of this, so take your time. And as you rotate, try not to bend the arm that is holding you in place. So my left hand is down. I'm going to try and keep that left arm straight. And what you might feel is a little stretch near the shoulder blades, and that's great. Let's get some rotation in that upper body. A few more repetitions here. All right, last one. Perfect. Now, we only worked one aspect of the rotation, right? Closing the body. So let's go ahead and try and open it now from that same quadruped position. We're going to be in that 4-point position. I'm going to go ahead and place my left hand down. We'll stick to one side here just so we can kind of keep our body position and work on, again, just one side at a time. Take your right hand, lightly place it behind the right ear. I want you to close in just a bit with that elbow, but then try and open up that elbow as wide as you can and as far as you can with that rotation. Opening up the chest, bring it back down just to neutral, and I'm trying to keep my elbow in the same place the entire time. So really it's just the upper body and the chest opening, the elbow and the arm and the shoulder trying to stay right where they are. Let's go with 3 more here. Again, open up, and I feel that shoulder blade now squeezing towards my spine. That's my body searching for a little bit more rotation. That's great. Take that. Let's go last repetition. And we'll bring it back down. Notice trying to hold it in that one spot and trying to just search for an extra inch or two of that extra rotation. Always good to try and explore and find more ranges of motion. Let's go ahead and try the same thing. We'll just come down on the first one, a little bit of rotation just to see and set our body. And then we open up the chest. Hold at the top just a little bit, bring it back down. Neutral, take a breath, and then exhale. Good, do it again. It's number 3, hold, pull, rotate as far as you can. Number 4, take a breath. And then lastly, one more here. Make it the best one. Bring it back down. Awesome job. So that was a little quadruped, upper body, thoracic spine rotation. Remember, T-spine, as we like to call it, it's going to be from the base of the rib cage to the top of the shoulders. All right, so now let's go ahead and just get on our back. We'll lay all the way down. Right, Hammy? Hammy got a new bone for Christmas. And we're going to go ahead and lay down and get into almost like a glute bridge position, right? So feet close to your body. And we're going to go ahead and just go arms out wide and try and rotate the hips, or more so the trunk near the waist. So I'm going to start small. I'm just going to go left and right with the knees. Feet are kind of together here. But I'm going to explore what feels good and what doesn't. And I'm just going to see, okay, if I take it further, what does it feel like? And again, breathe here. Try not to overextend at the lumbar spine as you rotate. Be mindful of your shoulders as well. Remember, your body loves to compensate when you search for range of motion that it might not have. It's not a bad thing, but it's something that you do want to take note of. as you just go a little bit further every time, maybe holding it at the very end of your rotation, just like we did in that quadruped position. All right, now that we've done a few repetitions here in this lower half, I'm going to go and extend my legs. Let's take our right leg and bring it up, grab the outside of your thigh, and slowly just pull across as far as you can. And I want to continue to pull, keep my vision ahead, if not across the direction that I'm pulling. So if I'm pulling to my left, I'm looking slightly to my right. I'm going to keep that shoulder down. I'm just going to keep trying to pull across. Now the key here, excuse me, is to breathe. When you breathe, you expand your body and that tissue and the surrounding joints and the areas. And it gives you a little bit more in that range of motion that you can't get with just getting yourself in this position. So again, that breath just helps you get a little bit more every single time. Keep the shoulders down, keep the vision away from the direction you're pulling. I'm getting a lot of glute here. Now you may not be getting the same thing, but again, it's just what my body's trying to tell me. I'm getting a little bit of glute stretch, feeling a lot of alleviated pressure in my lower back as well. Been doing a lot of sitting over the holidays, which makes sense. And let's go ahead and get out of that stretch on the rotation. Let's go and shake it out a little bit. Let's go and do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to pull in after we set that left arm down, your left knee as far as you can, and then grab the outside of the thigh and pull across. Slowly keep the shoulders down. Just breathe this one as much as you can. Pull across. I think I'm maybe a little bit more better, if you will, at rotating towards the right towards the left, at least in my lower half. But I'm getting that similar glute stretch, which is great. And again, being mindful of keeping the shoulders down on the ground. And again, if you want to peek to your left a little bit now because you're rotating to the right, that might add a little bit of cervical rotation as well. The neck, not a bad thing. You can move the ankle if you want, loosen that up a little bit while you're here. But again, breathing should be number one, right? Priority always in these positions. And when you're going slow and taking your time with things, into the nose, out the mouth. As I exhale, I was able to get just a little bit more rotation. That's great, right? The body's starting to relax a little bit more. I can feel it. Actual feedback occurring in real time. Awesome. Release out of that. Slowly come back in. And let's get back now to a standing position. Now that we've gone from a quad or a supine, so face down towards the ground, and now we've done a prone or laying on our back, let's go ahead and get to a little bit of standing rotation, and we'll do it from a squat. So this will be the toughest one that we do so far. We'll take some breathers in between, and that's how we'll end it for today. Get a lot of water in, and then we'll have some, we're not going to call it New Year's resolutions talk, but we're going to call it resolutions talk with a little bunny ears around it for our cool down. So first, let's go ahead and find our squat position. Remember, feet hip width, grab the ground with those toes, and then let's just slowly sink into our squat. Great to spend time in a squat every day, as much time as you can. I'm going to press those elbows into my thighs and just be in control of my shape. Once I'm here, you can keep the arms inside like so. You can keep those elbows on the inside of your thighs. But all I'm looking for is to rotate in this squat position. Same thing we did before, but now, again, presenting it in a base, if you will, and a little bit more difficult. But getting our T-spine here is going to be great to help us when we need to get into the squat position. And again, purely functional. Trying to think of a time where you'd be like, I'm going to squat here and rotate. Like, how is this functional, coach? But again, it doesn't have to have an exact time and place, but more so the capacity to be able to work out of this bottom position, right? We should be able to do things into this bottom position and hang out in this bottom position. Now, if you're like, Coach, I'm dying, give me a breather. Stand up, relax the legs after a few rotations. Okay, then let's get right back to this thing. Let's try a few more here, but we're going to do some hold and some breath. So again, back to your squat. Sit low. Should feel better the second time through. And let's just add that rotation. Now let's take a breath as we hold, and I'm pressing my elbow into that thigh, opening up rotation in opposite directions. Pull, 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 reach. Back down, reset. Let's go to the other side. Same thing, jam the elbow into the thigh. Swing that arm back. Look at it as you do so. Back in, stand back up. Release a little bit of tension. Let's go one more here. Grab a little bit of water if you need it. Again, I like to hydrate as we're working because the tissues are going to become more pliable as we go. And you mind a little bit extra time in your recovery because my legs are feeling a burn. So let's go ahead and take it to our last one here. Take a breath. Own your squat position. Set your body. Take a big breath again. Inhale. Exhale as you big rotate. Press that elbow into that thigh. Pull away from each other, those 2 points. Come back in. Let's do it again. Elbow into thigh, opposite side. Big reach. And come back up all the way. Awesome job, y'all. All right, we're going to cut that one right there, but we are going to talk a little bit before we go. So again, thank you for coming out for No Gear Get Up, your first one of 2023. Hey, just want to give you one thing before we go, one thing, and that's try not to make a bunch of changes if you're trying to make some resolutions for the new year. We all like to consider this, don't worry about them, they're just going to run around and chase each other. But consider this a great time to just pick one thing, and work on that until that gets better. Trying to do too much usually gets us in a little bit of trouble, and it's going to be hard to sustain those things doing them all at once. So my piece of advice, and the best way I like to attack things, is just one thing at a time. One healthy meal per day. Drink 60 ounces of water. There's one goal per day. Join Coach Jeremy for No Gear Get Up every Tuesday and Thursday just to start your workout and fitness goals. Again, just one small thing, work on that, perfect it, and I think you'll find it easier to attach to things and create better habits. And with that being said, thank you so much. We'll see you guys tomorrow for boot camp, or we'll see you on Thursday for another No Gear Get Up. Have a great one. We'll see you next time. Later, y'all.